Now then, this is a video about this computer, and it was abandoned, post-Christmas, throw it out sort of scenario, I suspect. And it's a sort of follow-on from the video about Mint 19 that I did not very long ago. Anyway, I just picked this up. It was by the side of the road. I just thought, okay, let's have a look at that. And on that Mint 19 video, several people commented that great, that means I can get that old computer running and I can use it in the workshop as a web or internet connection for searching when I'm doing various projects. So that's what I thought about this. It's a Compaq Presario. I'm figuring it's fairly old, but it's on the back. We've got one or two things. We've got Ethernet cable, although there's a dial-up board in there as well, which dates it quite a lot, maybe to the turn of the century, 2002, 2004, something like that. Anyway, we'll see what it is, because it's got card reader in the front, and on these DVD writers and stuff like that, it's still got the plastic protective film on the front. So was it used very much? Who can tell? Has it got a hard drive in it? Well, it has, because I did take the side off and just check. But what I wanted to do here really was just fire it up, and we'll see what it does, and then we will if it works out all right, we can put a dual boot with Mint 19 on it again. I'm not going to take you through the whole process because we've done it once, but what I've done, it had a small screen with it, so instead of using that big screen that I use for video editing, I've plugged the small screen in, so hopefully that will be easier to video. So let's crack on and see if we can make something of this. People throw stuff away because they don't know, they can't be bothered, they just assume stuff, they've got no use for it, all sorts of stuff. Yeah. Oh, you've got to have the most recent up-to-date technology. Well, most of my viewers realise that that is smoke and mirrors. So let's just fire this up and see what happens, shall we? So just looking on the front there, we've got the audio and mic and everything. We've got something there that I'm not familiar with. Is that what they used to call a firewire or something like that? Don't know. And a couple of USBs on the front, which is great. And then we come up a bit and we've got another USB there, and then some card readers. So, you know, it's all right as a general purpose computer. And as you can see, those are still on the front. Maybe they just couldn't be bothered. I do know what operating systems on this, but let's have a look. Actually, I better put some mains in it yet, so I'll just wire it up and then we'll crack on. Well, something's happening. Escape his boot menu, it says down the bottom there, so we'll remember that. Oh, it's XP. Well, I'll be. I'm only going to do a real brief investigation of this, because somebody might have left data or something on here. and we don't want to be showing that, do we? Now it should make a noise in a minute. No, it didn't. But that booted up reasonably quickly, didn't it? We have got, I'm just waiting for this mouse to start working. Or perhaps it didn't boot up that quick. It's also got on the back the original, you know, those little round DIN type connectors for mouse and keyboard. It's got those. Right, we have now got the mouse pointer. We got Norton there, Internet Explorer, just various bits and pieces. HP Image Zone Express. Right, let's go to start. Hopefully you can see the cursor. Let's have a look at connect to UK2. No, I don't think so. Show all connections. Oh, we're connected to their local area connector. Okay, let's get out of that. Back to here. Back to control panel. Okay, and what do we need to see? System down here. Okay, it's a Windows XP 2002, but that's just the version, so we don't actually know when it was loaded up. It's got a two gigs of RAM. It's a 64-bit processor, but it doesn't say. It's a 3400 plus. Don't know what that means. Well, support information, let's have a look at that. No. So I don't actually know what sort of processor speed it's got. Oh, here we go. It's a 2.2 gigahertz processor. That's pretty good actually. 2 gig single core though, with 2 gigs of RAM. Yeah. Computer name just says David's. This would do alright as just a little workshop computer. Automatic updates. It's turned on. Okay, let's come out of there. Now we should be able to come out of there and go to start. My computer, and then I can't remember. There's the C drive. So let's go right click and properties. Okay, so it's a 200 gig drive, and one of the ways to make these things run faster is to unclick the allow indexing, because that slows everything down rapidly. But it's got, under free space, it's got 180 gigs worth of free space. Well, for you and me, that's fine. Yeah. This is looking promising. So just briefly, I don't think it's got a lot on it. We'll come down to start again and go to my documents. See, there's not a lot there. Oh, we got his tanker's timesheet. New folder 3. There's nothing in it. Delete. Yes. I don't want to go digging into this anymore. Okay, so if we wanted to run any Windows programs, we probably could. There's not a lot on this, so what we're going to do now is start, turn off, turn off. Okay, so let's just put this Mint 19 in there and switch it on, and escape is the boot menu. Loading boot menu. I just knocked the camera. Okay, hard drive, USB generic flash drive. That will do. And press return. And there we go. I'm just going to do the first few bits of this again, and then we will I'll come back to you when we've finished. The flash drive, the little LEDs flashing on it. Obviously this is a USB 2, so they're a bit slower. And I did notice in on this motherboard that there are 4 slots for RAM, so we could put some more RAM in it if we wanted to, if we got some lying around not being used. So it's a 2 gig processor, and it's got 2 gigs of RAM, and it's single core, and it's got a 200 gig hard drive, of which only 20 gigs has been used so far. So why would anybody, well, I suppose they go, oh, it won't run Windows 10. Well, who wants Windows 10 anyway? I don't know what this is, but I'm just ignoring that line there. There we go. Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll just zoom the camera in a bit further. Although we're not too bad. No, that'll be fine. Okay, so we come up to install. Do we need to think about anything else before we're don't think so. Double click on that. Didn't want to do it. Oh, there we go. The whirligig's happening. Just see what it has to say. We've got English, continue, we've got English UK, continue, third party, yes, we have the Ethernet connecting on this computer, continue. You know, Windows 10 and Windows 11, they really do, it's almost like we're going to make some software that demands such a high specification of computer, so it's almost like, oh, what's it say here? Erase disk and install Mint. This computer has multiple operating systems. What would you like to do? Erase, no. Encrypt, no. Use LMV with the new Linux instance. This will set up a local volume management which will allow us to take snapshots. Oh, something else. So it hasn't really gone, it says that there's multiple operating systems and what would you like to do, but it hasn't offered the dual boot at the moment. So let's just try this. Continue. That's Windows XP. That's an unknown XP, right? Yeah, so we don't know what's been going on here. One of these might be the what might it be? It might be the reinstall or whatever you call it. Should we just new partition table? You've selected an entire device partition. If you proceed with creating the partition table on this device, all current partitions will be removed. Go back. Well, all I'm going to do here is just go install now and see what happens. No root file system. Please correct this from the partitioning menu. Oh, I see. Right, well, this has confused me. That if you wanted Windows XP still, then you'd probably have to do a bit of research. But if you don't, then you can go back and just install Mint and get rid of XP. There we go. So erase this and install Linux Mint. Encrypt the new Linux Mint installation for security. Don't want to do that. Local volume management. It allows taking snapshots and easier partition resizing. Let's just see what that does. See what it says. Oh, I don't want to do that. Too late. Okay. So we can go back. Well, that's strange because it can't see the XP because it's too complicated for it. So you just have to work out what you want to do. I'm going to leave it at that, and yeah, perhaps we'll get some comments and discussion about this. But that was entertaining, wasn't it? Just keep going back. But we found out what this computer is. Let's just get out of here. No. We found out what it is and what have you. So let's just have a look down here. Make sure we've got Firefox here. Oh, there we go. Firefox is happening twice. There we go. Make sure this is all working. Yeah, there we go. Oh, there's several of me, apparently. There we go. So that seems to be working all right. Do you remember this one? That's the strange landlord in the pub. Maybe I've got the sound and we need to sign in and all like that, so we'll forget that. Okay, leave it with you. Discussion would be great, and I will catch up with you soon. Cheers for now.